Hello loves, welcome back. Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 2. Our pajamas, that's Mr. Frog. And we're in backtrack mode again. We're gonna have to try and get back to the save at the swamps where we first got the darkness. Don't close the door on me. Why would you do that? Okay. Hopefully we can avoid a lot of the fights along the way. Why do I open my mouth? I think I know the way to go. I think. I hope. Pretty sure I'm going the right way. Ah. I got lost somewhere. Supposed to go to that. Could I not make that jump? What's up, dude? I didn't know there was a drop down there. Good to know. Are we back here already? That was a lot quicker than I expected. Should probably go for the save, which should be to the left. Pretty sure it's over there. It's so dark here. Don't seize me. Let me be. Yep. Nice! There's a wind thing right here. That's kind. Cool! I didn't even realize that that was a wind one right there. It should be right here to my right. And there it is. Was that path not open to me? And the other? Or was I just blind? I don't know. Yeah. No, I was just somehow missing that turn. Okay. Sure. I can't believe I just got lost there for that long. High wind. Not gonna follow me in here, are they? Nope. This... Yeah. Doesn't make any sense to me why there would be a window requirement here. Make that either. I'm going to the top of this room. And it just doesn't want to let me over. I've got to be missing something. Is there a trick to gliding? I don't know. I apparently just need to catch it at a certain... Okay, so this is another time chamber. To our knowledge, Mobius is the time streamer and Kain was using his. Was this perhaps the one that Kain had used before? Or is there something more to this? Hi. Alright.
I had no choice but to act purely on blind faith. There was no way to tell what error this device was tuned to, and I had neither the knowledge nor the means to set the machine myself. I hesitated only briefly. Then, throwing the switch, I hurled myself into oblivion and relinquished my will to the hand of fate.
And it crashed. Stop. You just have to catch it on the up. You can't rely on it taking you to the top and then falling. Okay. So, seriously? You knew you were trying to get to the Time Forge? And you ran into Kain while in this time, and you didn't stop to ask him for instructions or directions on how to operate this. You have a perfect opportunity.
I had no choice but to act purely on blind faith. There was no way to tell what error this device was tuned to, and I had neither the knowledge nor the means to set the machine myself. I hesitated only briefly. Then, throwing the switch, I hurled myself into oblivion and relinquished my will to the hand of fate.
I'm glad I put epilepsy warnings at the beginning of these. What time are we in? That's foreboding. I know I just had one recently, but can I save? No, it doesn't take long to get here. It's just... oh boy. Okay. Hi.
Beyond all hope and against all probability, it seemed that the device had unerringly delivered me to the error I sought. For these were Sarafan banners, and these vampires apparently the victims of their crusade. The coincidence seemed too convenient to naively ascribe to fate. But whether my opportune arrival had been orchestrated by Mobius or some other influence, I didn't know. If Janos Audrin still lived, I would find him. But I was wary of further deception and resolved to tread carefully.
So... yeah. Back to Ustenheim. Okay. This has worked out better than expected. There shouldn't be demons, thank goodness, with their ridiculously cool range. But I'm also likely going to run into Seraphim. I'm really concerned about running into myself. You know? This is much nicer looking. That might just be because it's light out. Lighting changes a lot. And the swamp's not so swampy I can't walk through it well. I was initially concerned about running into Seraphim. I'm not running into anything. I mean, it makes sense. Ish. Kind of an abandoned swamp place. So these structures were old even then. Well, granted, I mean, if this was made by... because it's built mostly around the Dark Forge, it was mostly built by the vampires, which the Seraphim probably cleared out this area and then left.
For all the butchery of Mobius's crusade, this massacre was somehow more chilling. The killing fields of the Sarafan betrayed a kind of orderly ruthlessness, the cold-blooded righteousness of the true believer.
Yeah, Raziel, this was you. You did this. You're responsible. How do I get up there? Of course you have a wind thing. Why wouldn't you have a wind thing? I wouldn't have looked for the wind thing if I didn't know I was trying to get up there. Thanks, game. Yeah, your auto-face thing doesn't work, game. Ah, I didn't go high enough. Whoa! What was that backwards long glide? That was kind of cool. Was it snowy up here? Ustenheim will have people.
By all that is holy!
Here at last, in the flesh, I beheld my former brothers in arms, the warrior priests of the Sarafan Order. Their lives devoted solely to the annihilation of the vampire plague. And while I confess, I felt a twinge of longing, a pang of grief for what I had believed was my lost virtue. I regarded them now with none of the reverence I formerly felt. For I had seen the human face of the vampires, and now I beheld the monstrousness of these men.
Raziel, is that growth? Oh, character growth. Hi. Excuse me. Did you just run at me and block? Oh! No magic, please. I just want to get to Ustenheim. No, keep that magic to yourself. Woo! You're all some quick buggers. Woo! No, you blocked me out again. I'm gonna have to fight you. I'm sorry about this, dude. I really am. Oh! Symbol on the gate. Oh man. Holding a seraphim sword. That's gotta cause like a twinge of pain at least. No, please no. Wait, that's my save room. Don't close that door. Okay, that wasn't my save room that it showed. Hi. Bye. This is really nice to see the town like this. So it looks like there is a bit more to the sides, and I could probably climb up stuff and explore more here. Once again, I don't want to... Stop closing the gates. I understand why you're doing it. There is no good reason to have a vampire body dripping into the fountain. That is rude. And to be quite frank, it's very unsanitary. Collision detection. No. Hi. Ow! Ow! These polearm buggers. Some ridiculous hitbox. Not hitbox. Stun locks. To be honest, this thing was... Bugger! Hey, got a very good jump. Ooh! Snipey buggers. Even if they're not hit scanned, you're a... Don't you dare. Ah! You ranged bugger. You ranged bugger. Yeah, you better run. I'm not gonna make it. Make it. Stop! No touchy. Ah ha 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 ha. Wait. Why is it up there?
After my long journey, I finally stood on the threshold of enlightenment. For here was Janos Audrin's mountain retreat, intact and unblemished. The upheaval that would one day topple this ancient edifice had not yet occurred. And while I had no certainty that Janos still lived, this scene boded well, for I presumed that the collapse of the retreat must have followed the ancient vampire's demise. There was only one obstacle: how to reach the balcony suspended at that maddening height, so far beyond my reach. For this was the architecture of winged creatures. The tattered ruins of my wings were of no use. I would need to devise some other means into that mountain.
It's kind of weird seeing the scene in blue. Guys, I hit glide. I promise I did. Okay. Is that broken? Is there an under? Ooh, how interesting. So all these stairs here make me think that no, it was not just intended for winged creatures. Hi. I'm gonna get soft locked, aren't I? Whoa! Well, hello there. How did you... The ancient vampires built stuff in the spirit realm. I wasn't expecting water in here still. They built stuff that could only be accessed from the spirit realm. They had that capacity to build that way. That's fascinating. With the glyphs and stuff. Aye, aye. Something tells me I want that, but I don't want that. The thing that I is looking over. This would be a beautiful place for a save. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Like right here. But no. I wish I knew your language. Oh! If I try and get that, you would shoot me. Touché. Snowpath it is. Okay. This is cool. And I need the wind to break that. I would say, okay, so I need to get the darkness thing that's outside. But I needed the spectral form to get in. Spectral automatically drops. Element. There's no blood in this one. Was this doing a play off the Devour? Aww. I thought that was it. That was kind of jarring, not gonna lie. Is there a play off of... Alright. I'm so intrigued that I just want to know. I want to know how to solve this so I could just move on. I don't think I've got enough room to shimmy because those corners. Alright. I promise I hit glide. It actually looked like it may have actually let me through. Huh. I don't see a Reaver thing around here, so I may have to go back in the tunnel. But we can also check the snow side. See if this changed anything there. It's so frustrating when glide doesn't go off. Yeah. Alright, back in the water tunnel. That glide bit looked like it actually might have made it. If the glide had gone off. Which is rather frustrating. Oh, there's a revert thing. Okay, cool. Okay. So we can just try again. This is interesting. I like this architecture. I like the aesthetic here. Purple light's a nice touch. The, purple crystals is what it looks like. Okay. So the glide did reach. Alright. Where does this take me? This path I'm about to break. It seems like it's just gonna lead me back outside. Back outside to get the darkness to come back in. Back outside to get the darkness to come back in. Oh, I use this to scoop. You know, for a second there I was like, why couldn't I just use devour and everything? Aziel doesn't have a lower jaw. Oh. You know, I'm kind of upset you guys stole my cup. Save would be nice. Even though I know what I'm doing now. This is gorgeous. It really is. And it's more the decor looking stuff, the same type of red. that's on the side of the save things, really tying in the thematics.
The mountain's interior was hollow, I discovered, and graced with soaring architecture unique to its creators. As with the outer facade, these balconies and galleries could only be reached by those gifted with flight. With only my ruined wings to carry me, this towering labyrinth seemed impassable, while the object of my quest lay just beyond my grasp. For here, suspended at the apex of the chamber, was the threshold that surely led to the great vampire himself. I didn't know whether Janos Ordren was the monster depicted in the stronghold, or one of the noble creatures memorialized among the ruins of the ancient vampires. And I didn't care. Demon or angel, he alone held the key to my destiny.
This is gorgeous. Oh, I was so appreciative of this place. Alright. That's awesome. The whole blood arts thing is awesome. Stay hydrated. So it can just make the stuff like the wing glyph. Okay. Okay. The spirits there haven't really been explained yet. And hadn't thought about that. There's still one. Oh, the cups respawn. Well, that's thoughtful. That's generous indeed. Please stop going through the structures. Walking through the stairs. The game crashing on me, yeah, it's painful. But me breaking the game on accident again, that's so much worse. Okay. It does bother me a little bit that there's the coincidence of having exactly what you need in this game instead of I need this, therefore I'll find it. If that makes sense. Oh. I really would like to have a save though. This is a good puzzle, and it shows off not only the style and architecture, but how they use the blood in its different forms, which is neat. It is really cool that it displays it to that degree. That goes across there. I gotta go back, grab another cup, fill with blood, and then we're good to go. Whoa. Yeah, if I fall down getting a cup. No, that'd still be way off course. If I need to reclimb this, that last one makes sense. I don't think you have more of this puzzle before that door, though. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Janos lived here and knows all about the Soul Reaver. So is he one of the old ones that had wings? Can the dude genuinely fly? This puts a whole new perspective on the first game with me developing wings and what Kain did. Oh boy.
Janos Audrin. It is heartening after all these years
to hear my name spoken without contempt. Raziel? My child, what have they done to you?
I have been dragged through hell and back. All it seems to reach this moment. But I don't yet know why.
For thousands of years I have waited, alone here, losing faith. At the time of the binding, 9 guardians were called to serve the pillars, and I was summoned as the 10th guardian, the keeper of the Reaver, the weapon of our salvation. Over time, our race died out, until I alone remained, sustained only by my obligation to you and by my guardianship of the blade.
And the other 9? Why did their guardianship not sustain them?
I don't know. As our race dwindled, the humans prospered. I have watched over the centuries as our history faded into myth and finally receded altogether. The humans have forgotten us entirely and claimed the pillars for themselves, wholly ignorant of their true purpose. To them, I am merely a devil, the origin of their vampire plague.
Why would the pillars summon human guardians then, if they are meant to be served by vampires?
The pillars choose their guardians from birth, Raziel, and vampires are no longer born. This is the crux of our dilemma, and this is the terrible irony. With their vampire purge, the members of the Circle have assaulted the very architects of the pillars they are sworn to protect. They have embarked on a treacherous path. With every vampire they kill, the humans are slitting their own throats. They know I'm up here, beyond their reach, and it terrifies them. You can see how they flaunt their kills to torment me, or perhaps simply to lure me out. They have this foolish notion that destroying me will somehow topple our entire bloodline. Thankfully, we're not that fragile.
I have seen them mustering their forces in the village below.
Yes. I don't know what they're plotting, but I fear our time may be bitterly short.
Mankind seems to have brought you only torment and grief. You must hate them.
They fear what they don't understand, and they despise what they fear. But no, I do not hate them.
Vorador does.
He has suffered much. He cannot forgive them.
Should they be forgiven?
They don't understand what they're doing. They are simply unenlightened and vulnerable to manipulation.
So, it's all true then, what Kain and Vorador have told me. I really am some kind of unholy vampire messiah.
Unholy? No. Messiah, perhaps.
I don't like that word. It smells of martyrdom.
Raziel, your role in this world's destiny is more crucial and more benevolent than you've allowed yourself to believe. Your journey will not be easy. Dark powers are allied against you. But I think you already know this. You appear to have been cruelly tested. The binding must be secured, Raziel. The pillars are the lock.
And the Reaver is the key.
Yes.
The Reaver is here. Why do I feel nothing?
The most formidable weapon ever forged by our swordsmiths. They infused the blade with vampiric energy, empowering the Reaver to drain our enemies of their precious lifeblood.
As Janos presented the blade, an inexplicable sense of dread crept over me, more palpable than anything I'd felt before. I was at once horribly repelled by the sword, and yet irresistibly compelled to touch it, to take it up.
Please, take it away from me. I fear you have been followed. You must save yourself, Raziel. Janos! No!
My surroundings whirled sickeningly, and I found myself transported safely away from the ambush to an adjacent chamber. Janos had delivered me from the Sarafan, selflessly forfeiting his own safety to preserve my life. And now I feared that my newfound mentor would be slaughtered by the very crusaders I had so recently revered. The irony pierced me, and with dawning horror, I realized that I had been duped by Mobius from the beginning. For the Sarafan had simply followed the path I gullibly blazed through this sanctuary, and had arrived bearing Mobius' staff. Thus armed, they had Janos at their mercy. Through the door, I could hear them battling, less than a dozen paces away. It may as well have been 1,000 miles, for this barrier was sealed by elemental forces I did not possess. It seemed Janos had conveyed me into the heart of the fire shrine. I thought perhaps if I could galvanize the forge and imbue the Reaver in time, I might have a slim chance of saving Janos from his grisly fate.
You're not gonna save him in time. I highly doubt. So the Soul Reaver is imbued with vampire's energy or force. Oh god, it's a save. Oh man. Which is why Raziel felt nothing in it, because it had... My mind's drifting onto thoughts about that. But also, going back to a prior comment that I had made, I'm kind of annoyed that we have to do a fire one when I know it was hidden in the prior game, but we were able to get the fire element before. It's frustrating. We can get it in the first game. Okay. I need to stop. I need at least take a break. Hey loves, so I was thinking about calling it there and just stopping at that point, but there's so much I want to talk about, so I'm gonna try and figure out this fire forge while discussing some of this stuff with you guys. First thing really kind of threw me off a bit during... That's creepy. During some of these scenes, Janos calling me his son was a bit odd. I mean, it genuinely could have just been because he's a descendant, that it was that's how he's referring to it. Okay. But didn't seem how it came across to me, so maybe past Raziel? Oh, that's not fair. That's not fair at all. Does it respawn? It does. So maybe past Raziel, the one that was the Seraphim, was actually a son of his? Although that begs into question the species, but it's more likely he was just because he's a vampire of a future generation. But the primary thing I want to bring across is I owe this game an apology. Because, by the way, the raising water thing is actually something that's a very unique thing that wasn't brought in before, and that's actually really impressive for the time. I owe the game an apology because I was very grr about the sword being depicted everywhere. I was. And I was very judgy of it. To be fair, that was wrong of me. Because we come to find out that, hey, yeah, it seems the Soul Reaver is basically... There's 10 of the circle, not 9, as we were led to believe. It was kind of just stated as a fact, so we kind of just accepted it. I need the wind element, I think. It was kind of stated as a fact, so it was never something we questioned. But there's 10 of the circle, and the Soul Reaver is basically a pillar, if you will. It actually is like one of the pillars. I think I need the wind element to make these blow air out. So if the Soul Reaver basically functions like as if it was a pillar in essence, then it makes sense that it is depicted the way it is. It's not kept in a single place. So, of course, you would depict it all over as a reminder, if you will. Which, that's cool. I can appreciate that. I respect that, and that's my bad. I was too harsh on it. Yeah, that's not gonna make it. So do I need to go spectral? I don't know how I get the wind element. Is there a way to reset this? I need the wind element before I go up there? The whole... And also, friggin'... That dude has, like, feathery wings. Which I was not expecting. And that's cool. I noticed they had the black wings before, but I wasn't expecting it to be feather. His wings genuinely seem feathery, if that makes sense. Which I think that's part of why... I could be reaching a bit, but I think that might be part of why, Kain chose me. Maybe. Maybe. But at the same time, I'm also feeling like I've got a more serious relationship than I thought with the Soul Reaver. Because how it was depicted, how it was depicted just recently with Yana Saldrin is, yeah, here's the Soul Reaver, but it doesn't seem like its symbiotic self, if you will. The symbiotic self would be the vampire that inhabits it. Well, that affects all of them. Neat. Now, do I need the wind or do I need the sun when I'm up there? And because of that, it's genuinely making me think that I don't think I'll make that one. It's genuinely making me think that I'm somehow both the wielder and the symbiosis. Is that the right word, even? Does that make sense? Like, because of it existing in two places at once, that I am, in a way, both. Really how it's seeming to me. Alright, so how do I manage this? It gets blocked, that's what it does now. Oh, there. Move. Oh, wow. Okay, that does not last. So I need to be over here. And simultaneously, I feel like I'm part of the Seraphim that's in there killing him right now. I'm everywhere. It went out. Right plan, fountain. The pouring out from the mouth got it. I was wondering if that was gonna happen. This is really nice. This is cool. This is cool. Again, I wish the gliding was more controllable, but no! I was so close. So it seems like maybe on the downfall, when you're falling down, holding the auto face is what does it. Keeps you locked in place. That's what it seemed like. This is intense. Bugger. Grab it. Light it. I lost that one to the camera. Woot! Still a little upset about the whole we got fire element in the first game. Yeah, just because I know there's a chance it's gonna crash, we're saving. Is that why time can be broken and the Soul Reaver is in two places? You know, Giannis Aldrin was the... That's right. Giannis Aldrin was the 10th Circle member. So with him being slain, does that mean it went to King William, who became Nemesis?
I plunged the Reaver into that furnace and forged the blade with elemental fire. With the Reaver thus imbued, I was now armed to unlock the elemental barrier and rescue Janos from his executioners.
So, if Janos is the 10th Circle member, does that mean it went to William, who became Nemesis? Okay, so dark, light, wind, fire. Air, fire. Oh boy. Will my questions be answered? Of course, Raziel comes back in time to right when Aldrin, Yankos, y'all, bleh. When he's under attack. It is.
still beats.
Totally is.
The fiend intends to bury us alive. Raziel, we must get out of here.
Remember the sword!
Forgive me. I'm sorry. I failed you. No, Razia. Perhaps this was my true purpose. Simply to save your life this once. While I have taken yours. Embrace your destiny, Razia. You must reclaim the Reaver. It was forged for you and you alone. Without it, there is no hope.
What do you mean it was forged for me?
As I backed away from Janos's body, I was overwhelmed by a sense of self-loathing so deep I could barely contain it. In that instant, I rejected all that I ever was, and embraced the role Janos had safeguarded for me so patiently throughout the centuries. I knew then what I had to do, the task for which I was uniquely prepared. I would pursue the Sarafan dogs to their loathsome fortress and avenge Janos Audrin's murder. Mobius would pay dearly for his treachery, and my Sarafan brethren would reap the horrors they had sown. I would retake the stolen Reaver, which was rightfully mine. And finally, when all these debts had been paid, I would reclaim Janos Audrin's heart from their filthy, unworthy hands. If the heart was truly imbued with the power to restore vampiric unlife, its highest purpose was clear to me. I would restore the heart to Janos, and thus undo the vile crime committed by my abominable former self.
Wow. Oh boy. It was me. How he's changed from he was the Seraphim were the pure freaking. I'm sorry. I'm so mad at this game just refusing to accept that I'm gliding. What are they doing here?
Been expecting you, little Razia.
So, these demonic pests were not merely the product of Nosgoth's corrupted future, for here they were, hurtling back over 5 centuries to pursue me. These creatures, I suspected, were minions of the unseen forces that had hoped to control me. This was the tangible expression of their displeasure. These demons were unleashed as the penalty for my disobedience.
That's pretty. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, I know. It hurts. I was fighting to avoid that.
Do you really think you can save Nosgoth? Let me enlighten you, poor Raziel.
There's another one. I need my sword to calm down. Whatever. Yeah. You send me to the spectral realm, I'll just tell you there. They closed the gate on me again, I bet. Oh wow! They did it! That's thoughtful. Right out of save.
There he is, the savior of Nosgoth.
Woo! I'm stopping there. I'm stopping there. Oh, wow. The hidden foe. For a while I was thinking the demons were tied to Boom Boom. But I think Boom Boom might be a servant as much as Mobius. I don't think Boom Boom's the mastermind like I was originally thinking. Especially since, as Kain said, they haven't shown themselves. Ooh, it's getting interesting. Raziel is pissed at past Raziel and the Seraphim. He's seen both sides of the human-vampire relations. He's jaded against the Seraphim right now. I don't know that he would be jaded against all humanity. He's kind of in a spot. He's doing this to save Janos Aldrin. But you gotta remember, like, Kain went back in time and defeated Nemesis in order to... It was supposed to be for all of Nosgoth, human and vampire alike. Am I going to get to witness Kain turning Raziel and his brothers? I don't know. I'm excited. Till next time, loves. Y'all take care.